from the heart of the National Forest for northwest Leicestershire. This is Hermitage FM.
Yes, welcome to the programme. Myself, John Sinclair, and Kevin Gaughan. And the last few weeks it's been Oxjam. And now we're post-Oxjam, Kevin, so we got there eventually.
We did indeed. And what a journey it's been, John.
Yes, so you had a big journey travelling around, was it 16 venues possible you could have gone to?
I think it's gone up to about 18, but yes, unfortunately I only travelled around to a small subset, really, because there wasn't
We can't do
time.
all of it, can you?
No, not really. I was hoping to catch some comedy, actually, in Firebug, but unfortunately I didn't.
And I felt a bit sorry for the people on the kind of outside stage because it rained and rained and rained at lunchtime, didn't it? Because I went to see Tanny Brown at lunchtime, but that didn't happen. I obviously, playing reggae in pouring rain is not really the best thing to be doing, is it?
Not ideal, no. But luckily the rain subsided, didn't it, fairly soonish?
Yeah, I mean, I bumped into a guy from the council who looked down in the dumps and said, you know, at Caribbean Carnival it rained and that got delayed the start, so it rained pretty well all the way through. So I do feel a bit sorry for him. Not too sorry for him, but a bit.
Bad luck, though. I mean, when you think we've had weeks and weeks of sunshine and all that, and then the first, you know, when Oxjam is, it's the first time we've had a serious downpour.
Although I suppose most of the venues were indoor venues, so that was...
Yes, that's true.
So that's
in fact, they all were, weren't they, apart from Alton Square, yeah.
Okay, so give us a quick run through what we're going to be doing in the next 30 minutes or so.
I think in the next 30 minutes we're going to be hearing from the wonderful Siobhan Mazzei, who some of our listeners might have seen. In fact, I know one of them, at least one of them, has seen her busking downtown in Leicester Town.
Yeah, Tony says in the Town Hall Square.
Yeah, brilliant. So she's absolutely fantastic, and she filled Manhattan 34 to the point of people were queuing out of the door. I had to barge through loads of people to get in, so that was nice. That was one of her biggest
She might have been
gigs.
better off playing outside then.
Yeah, that's true.
Busking outside.
No, I think there were more people inside than outside, but yeah, good point. But that was really nice to catch up with her, actually. So Siobhan Mazzei will be speaking to listening to a recorded interview that I did with Beneath the Lights that I saw perform at Soundhouse later on Saturday night. They packed the place out, and they said, and quite rightly, that was one of their best gigs they've ever done. That was really hot and sweaty, that one, and the lights and the sound and everything in the Soundhouse, absolutely fantastic. And then following hot on the heels of that, we're going to be hearing an interview that I did with Jake Manning just after he performed earlier on in the day,
and
in
a
the
live
Ale Wagon.
performance as well.
Yes, that's right. So hopefully it'll sound okay on the radio. He was in the corner of the Ale Wagon, so his vocals might be a little bit boxy.
Well, it sounded okay earlier. Obviously, it's a bit of an echo because you're recording in a venue, but
yes,
it sounded okay.
Yes.
And then I've done an interview with Gary from the Paradimes. Don't know his surname because even on the Paradimes website, he's down as G-Force or something like that.
G-Funk, I think it was.
G-Funk, yeah, something like that.
Unless that is his surname.
Yeah,
That'd be
maybe.
strange.
Gary G-Funk. Anyway, Siobhan Mazzei then. Let's play a track from her before the interview. This is called Fall.
There's an envy in the air, covered by You waste your time on giving. You waste your time on giving.
Okay, I'm here at Oxjam 2014 with Siobhan Mazzei.
Hello, you're right.
Hi, very well, thank you. So, what did you think of that performance then? How did it go?
Well, I mean, it was just incredible. The crowd's reaction to it was just amazing. I was pretty emotional actually standing up there because it was just so good.
People were actually queuing to get in as
Yeah,
well. I had to go
exactly.
past the queue to get in.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. It
Yeah.
was, it was very deadly silent, and it's weird because you feel like you're almost doing something wrong. It's that quiet, and then the songs were finishing, and the crowds were just erupting. It was great. It was absolutely fantastic. One of the best this year by far.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because I've seen you now, so I haven't seen you for a little while, but I've certainly seen you probably a year and a couple of years back, and your audience certainly seems to have grown now. Is that because I know you busk a lot and you're everywhere, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I try and perform really as much as I can, mainly because I enjoy it. To be fair, I really enjoy the experience of performing. But yeah, it seems to be growing, which is great.
Yeah.
I can't complain. Yeah.
Brilliant. And I know this isn't your first Oxjam experience, is it?
No, I've actually done it. I've done it for a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years actually. I've done the Oxjam. Perhaps a year gap in between, but yeah.
But needless to say, will you be coming back again next year, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. As I was saying to a woman downstairs, it's a bit like a buffet. It's like, oh, I'll go see a bit of R&B. Actually, I'm feeling a bit of acoustic, and actually, you know what? I'll go see some like heavy metal while I'm at it. You just get a bit of everything, and it's absolutely great.
That's it. I mean, that's what I've been doing, and the quality of music is absolutely
definitely.
fantastic.
Yeah, really, really good quality. I've only managed to catch a few acts, unfortunately, since I've been here. But yeah, I mean, I've been looking at the sorry, what do you call it? The list of acts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Flash sheet.
Yeah, there you go. I've been looking at the list and thinking, wow, they're good. Wow, they're good. Wow, they're good. Wow, they're playing. It's just hard to see them all. That's the only problem, isn't it? Yeah, you just can't see them all.
It is.
Yeah.
So, what have you been up to these days? You've got your album out, haven't you? A while back.
Yeah. I've got my debut album on, and I'm currently working on the difficult second album.
Why is it difficult?
We have to do all the new songs, don't you?
Right.
Yeah. You've got the first ones you've stored up for ages, but you have to then write new songs, and it's like, oh my goodness. But
So does that mean you're writing the new songs for the album? You feel under pressure then to write new songs for the second album? Is that right?
kind of, yeah. Like I'm taking my time with it.
Yeah.
Hence why the first album was a while back. But yeah, I'm really, really taking my time with them. So not under pressure, but I do want to get my second album out soon.
That's interesting.
That makes sense, yeah.
Because you've not got a record label yet, have you?
No, my album is released on Liquid Chi Music,
Right.
which is a label itself.
So it's not. So they're not pushing you for the next album. It's just you yourself.
No, not necessarily. I mean, the thing is about the record label is they believe in getting the best out of you, and pressuring you to get your songs out isn't going to get the best out of you, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's good what they're doing, basically.
But it's you imposing your own restrictions on you. You want to get the album out.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I noticed
Make that very clear.
I noticed your music's maturing as well.
That's probably coming with age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although you're losing, like you told me a while back, you're losing that thumpy thing a bit that you did. You
Yeah.
still do, but
Yeah.
not quite so much.
I try and fit it in as much as I can, but like I said, I love performing, and that kind of banging and tapping that I do is really is about my performance and trying to make it fun for myself and for everybody around me. But to get hardcore emotions out, it's hard to do that while smacking your guitar around, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. Yes, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Okay, is this your last festival this year? Do you think? Well, your only one.
I'm gonna say yeah. Oh no, I played at Simon Says and Fox and Locks as well.
Right.
Played that one.
Were you
I
at Glastonbury?
No, I wasn't at Glastonbury. Yeah, I'd say this is probably the last one this year, as of yet, because you never know with these things.
I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and how can people get hold of you?
They can get hold of me on my Facebook, which is /Siobhan Mazzei, or...
How do you spell that?
Oh, God. I couldn't spell it myself till I was about 4. SIOBHAN, that's Siobhan, and Mazzei, MAZZEI. You can also get me on Twitter at ShedTheFred. It's a little bit easier.
Right.
And
I won't ask about the shed or Fred bit. I suppose Fred reminds of shed, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was basically
Right.
it. Yeah, I mean I'm a songwriter, so it's the album, the first debut album, is available on liquidchimusic.bandcamp.com. So yeah,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Nice to
very
speak to you.
nice to meet you.
In the room like a snake. 'Cause I'm waiting for an answer from you. 'Cause I'm waiting for an answer that's true, 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 true. I'm the child, but nobody's perfect. Life is like a broken mirror. Don't try and fix it. Experience is a new name we give for our mistakes. Storm moons drag us down to the bottom of the lake. 'Cause I'm waiting for an answer from you. 'Cause I'm waiting for an answer that's true, true, true. To be clever enough to get it, you have to be stupid enough to want it. Let's be perfectly honest, I can't recall the day I started drifting away. Yesterday I finished it all. 'Cause I'm waiting for an answer from you. 'Cause I'm waiting for an answer that's true, 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 true.
Siobhan Mazzei there. Speaking of Kevin Gaughan, before you heard Waiting Awake, and she's obviously buzzing a little bit because she had a very good gig, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. And, you know, it's really nice because I've seen her around for a few years now, on and off, and it's really nice to see her progress, musically, just, you know, see the different type, well, like I said in the interview, see the music maturing, but also the crowd as well. It's nice to see a full packed crowd really appreciating her music. So yeah, it's really nice to see that progression. But I think she just sticks to Leicester at the moment, so perhaps the next thing would be to get outside of Leicester a bit.
Yeah, okay. Martha Bean was saying much the same thing, wasn't she, the other week? Okay, Beneath the Lights, this was at the Sound House, which is always quite a good venue, a good sound system in there.
Oh, fantastic, as well as lights as well. Did I tell you about the lights at the back of the Sound House, John? They come from an aeroplane.
Oh, yeah, I think you've mentioned that before.
Did, yeah. It's not a jumbo jet or anything like that. It's a Cessna or something. But they're that bright. They really are.
OK, well, here, Beneath the Lights being interviewed after we've heard a track called Broken Town.
Hi, right, it's Kevin here with Beneath the Lights, and they've just performed at Oxjam 2014 at the Sound House. And I thought that was a pretty good show, so how did you think it went, guys?
To be truly honest, I think that's the best I've ever played on stage with the band. I think that's the best we've ever sounded, to be truly honest.
Wow.
Yeah, we tried a new cover tonight and it went down really well with the younger generation who came to watch us. It was packed, it was sweaty, the crowd interacted fantastic.
I have to say, it was a good gig, actually. I mean, I've been here on and off for the whole day, and that was pretty much the most crowded I've seen it today, actually. That was the most crowded so far, anyway.
Yeah, buddy.
So, have you played at Oxjam before?
Yeah, we played a third-party one last year at the Y Theatre, and that's obviously where I made our good friends. 8 Miles High have just been on before us as well.
Yeah.
You know, we love coming back with those guys, and today, just really enjoyed tonight. Like it's been incredible. It's all for a good cause, obviously. So well done to everyone who's put it on. I mean, really enjoyed tonight. So thank you.
You had a good time.
Yes.
Excellent. Do you think you'll be playing Oxjam next year?
We hope so.
It's completely up to Elizabeth, who we have to say thank you very much for all the stuff you've done for us in the past and stuff like that. She's done great today. It's ran fantastically.
Okay. Have you seen much of Oxjam today at all?
We have been around from roughly mid-afternoonish section. We were in LCB earlier in the cafe watching some acoustic acts.
Amazing.
And
Nancy Dawkins?
Yeah, she was on there as well.
Beth Pearce,
Beth Pearce was on afterwards, and we, walked past the main stage a few times, had a good look at that. There were some great bands on there too.
There was King Size, Ska Band, getting the crowd
We really
going.
wanted to be there, but we couldn't.
During the Bench That Rock, so
Obviously we were here for the Bench That Rock. But,
I was walking by them a few times because I had to go and get food. Are absolutely brilliant.
They were, weren't they? I know. Anyway, guys, so how are you doing? What have you been up to in the last, since we spoke to you last, couple of months ago?
Everyone's moved back to uni, I guess. We've been doing a lot of writing though over this summer. I mean,
we have just recently booked our latest studio dates so we can get back into the studio, get some recording done, get some good songs nailed and get the music back out there.
So early next year, are we expecting a new album, something like that?
Mid next year maybe.
Yeah.
I think early would be pushing it since we're booked in at Christmas time. So we're going to take our time with this one as well as if we can and just try and make it as good as possible for the fans.
Yeah. I think that's the usual thing. A lot of bands seem to go away at this time of year and just lock themselves in studios.
Yeah. And we've completely changed our style with the new tracks as well. Like, we played a new one tonight, True or False, and we've gone for a slightly heavier route, which suits us more, but the fans seem to still get into it. So as long as they enjoy it, we enjoy it.
And I kind of feel it's a more mature outlook on our music as well. It's definitely going down a lot better.
I agree. I mean, because I've seen you guys over the last few years, and you are maturing, and you're maturing in the heavy rock sort of direction, aren't you? I mean, different bands mature in different ways, but I think that's the way you seem to be going.
Yeah, I guess we have got a little bit heavier. I mean, with tunings and everything, from dropping down to different tunings, but just so much energy we try to put out there. And I mean, the crowd tonight, like we said before, is always incredible. Like, the locals that come down, the regulars, just mean so much. That's why we're still here, basically. That's why we're still going.
I still haven't come down from tonight. It's been that good.
Still on a little buzz now.
Still.
Well, I'm in the audience and I'm still buzzing as well.
That's
class.
Yeah, it is. No, but I mean, that's really good stuff. So, okay, so festivals next year, you think we'll be hitting the Glastonbury?
We've auditioned.
Hoping so much. That's my favourite weekend of the whole year.
Me too.
Yeah, and then
potentially Strawberry Fields as well if they look into us this year, because obviously, by the time that comes around, the new album should be out. So hopefully they give that a listen, acknowledge us.
Maybe see what else is going off as well. I don't know.
If we manage to get some new tracks out early enough, hopefully maybe they get recognised by the BBC introducing and. Some of the really big festivals like Leeds.
Mr. Dean Jackson.
That's the dream. Yeah. That's the dream, really.
Yeah, it is.
Just needs to be seen by the right people, doesn't it?
That's it. But the more you play, the more you open the opportunity to be seen by the one person.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
counts.
It only takes that one, doesn't it? So
it does indeed. Excellent. Well, thanks for chatting to us, chaps.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And I look forward to listening to your new recordings early next year.
Yeah, we can't wait.
How can people get in touch with you?
Just go onto the Facebook page. I mean, it's www.facebook.com/Beneath the Lights, and check us out on there. Hit us up a like,
Twitter.
We've recently got
Twitter.
We've recently got into the Twitter scene. We are at BTL Band 1, so if you go follow us on there, we're always tweeting out about the latest gigs that we're doing. So you can get yourself down there, have a dance.
And if you want anything from us, any information, or just even say hi, just pop up on chat or anything. We're
quite a sociable band.
Yeah. We love to chat to new people. It just it's cool.
Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you very much. Thanks. Beneath the Lights. Cheers.
I just feel alone inside this empty shell, and I'm miles away from home. I'm fighting with myself, and I just can't go on living this way, and I'm and I don't need to judge. I think it's time for me to change, and now I'm all caught up with the challenges I have to face on my own. overcome these fears inside my head, and all is simply done.
Beneath the Lights, a Colville band, and I've seen them a few times this year. And Kevin saw them at the weekend at Oxjam, and they definitely enjoyed themselves, didn't they?
They did. Absolutely great to watch. I mean, guitarists jumping up and down, and at one point they got the, they did the old thing where they got the audience to go to sit down on the floor, and we all sat down, and I sat down as well, we all sat down, and then they played this loud bit, and then we all jump up, and it's all great, quite...
They're quite entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
The bass player who
He's fantastic, isn't he?
He jumps around forever, doesn't he?
He does. He's like a little jack in the box.
I remember talking to him after Glastonbury, and he was saying he got a bit dizzy at one point.
I'm not surprised.
He just kept going. Anyway, they were good.
One day, he's going to hit his head on the roof.
Yeah, well, I want to be there when that happens, that's for sure. Okay, so we're going to hear a track from Jake Manning. This was recorded live. Just tell us a bit about... Because you were saying earlier, you were in a venue, and Jake came on, and you just got captivated.
This is one of those magical moments where always happens at festivals in general, but especially with Oxjam, you just pop into a venue, say, oh, what's going on here, or I fancy a beer, so you nip in there, and then you find yourself just quite enjoying the music. Think, oh, right, yeah, I'll sit here and listen to this, and it was really nice. It was nice because it was a nice folky break, because it's folk kind of music, and it was quite humorous as well between the songs, which helps you sort of endear to him. And yeah, very entertaining, good music, and it was a lovely show actually.
Okay, we're going to hear Jake live then, recorded by Kevin. Which venue was it again?
That was at the Ale Wagon.
The Ale Wagon, that's right. And this is called 27 Fires, and after this we'll hear Jake in conversation with Kevin.
See me through your window in the rain. Don't invite me in. I'm your pain. Poison on my lips. Think about the ships that you can't see. Oh, watching drive through your tranquility. Oh my, oh bad, bad man. Oh bad, bad man. When in your loneliness you wish that I was near, put me out of your mind. I'm your fool. I know what's in your cellar. I have got a skeleton key. I know where your demons hide. I'll set them free. Oh my, oh bad, bad man. Oh bad, bad man.
cold days without my shadow at your door. You'll never know how free you were. Charcoal on my fingers, the pebble in my industry. 27 fires in my history.
Thank you very much. 2014. Hi, Jake.
Hello there.
And have you got a band, or what's this other person doing?
Hello, I'm James. I play the accordion for Jake.
Oh, right. So it's like Jake Manning's band.
Yeah, that's the idea. I've been trying to work on a band name, and I've been working on this band name for about 18 months now. But as yet, I haven't struck upon a single good idea, so it's still my very own name, I'm afraid.
Okay, not that that's pretentious or anything.
Well, no. I mean, I do allow the other members of the band to have their own names as well when they're not on the stage. But when they're on stage, I think we've all agreed now that we're all going to be called Jake Manning.
Excellent. I must admit, I've just seen you at the Ale Wagon. That's an absolutely fantastic performance, and that's what I love about festivals like this, in that every now and then you just stumble into a venue and see something really unusual, and something that really presses your buttons. I mean, what sort of music? Well, what genre would you say you fit into?
I would say we're sort of like a British country folk band. Would be my guess.
Yeah, okay, that's probably right, yeah.
I'd agree with that, that's definitely fair. You've got the instruments for it.
Yeah, we're instrumentalised as if we were a true country band, but we have a bit of the old folk in there as well, don't we?
Indeed.
And is it just you two performing?
It was just us two today, but we're part of a bigger band, so we also have a drummer who's called Sam McKenzie and another singer called Becca O'Hara, both of whom are great independent musicians in their own right. But of course, when they're in the band, they're called Jake Manning, so we are unified.
Even the ladies called Jake Manning?
It's at the moment, yeah.
So is this the first time you played at Oxjam? What do you think of the festival?
It's the first time I played at Oxjam in Leicester, yeah. I think the festival's fantastic. Like you were saying, the diversity is incredible. But the thing is, you can see that all the time around Leicester, in fact. If you're local to Leicester, you can get out into the venues, and there's music in most of the venues most of the time. And Leicester has an incredibly rich scene, has some really amazing performers on it, and it's really worth getting out and about and seeing it. But Oxjam's great because it brings it all together in a kind of like all at the same time kind of moment, so people get to sample everything, if you see what I mean.
I agree. And also, I mean, there's a lot of venues that don't charge as well, aren't there? Like Pie Bar and things like that, which help. Because unfortunately, I suppose a lot of the venues that do charge, you'll only go to pay to see the bands that you know, I suppose. Yeah. So this is the first time you've been at Oxjam. What do you feel is your experience? Was it a good one?
I enjoyed it very much, yeah. We were playing in the Ale Wagon, as you said, and the people there were very friendly, great sound, good gear. So yeah, I had a great time. What about you, James?
Yeah, I also enjoyed it. I played some music earlier on today at Curve as part of the Now Wave little things. Played a handful of songs. Yeah, it's been great. There's lots going on. Yeah. Everywhere, it seems.
Problem is that Next Wave I don't think is being publicised very well, is it? Because you go past Curve and there's no signs saying Next Wave or saying more music in here, is there?
Yeah, there wasn't. But it was nice. There was lots of young people playing music, and everyone listened, which is always good.
I think I'll stop off there next of all. Okay. So you obviously played earlier on in the day in the Ale Wagon. Nice atmosphere. A few people in there, which is great, considering the weather as well. Not a bad turnout. So hopefully they made a bit for the Oxfam charity.
Fingers crossed.
So do you reckon you'll be back again next year?
Definitely. If we're asked to be back, we'll definitely be back. No doubt about it.
So have you got anything coming up? Any new festivals? In fact, is that your last festival of the year, would you say?
Well,
your only festival.
We've done a few this year, but this is the last one for a while. Our band is, like James, believe it or not, you wouldn't think it to have seen him, but he's only been with us a week. And
Tis true.
Wow.
Yeah, very talented, natural guy. So, but so we need to kind of embed the sound a bit. So we're going to be doing that over the next month or so. And
So how many practice sessions did you manage to get in then for today's show?
I think, we played 3 shows, and I think we've had...
What, in a week?
In a week, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and perhaps an equal number of rehearsals-ish.
So they were the rehearsals, is that right?
There or thereabouts, they're all pre-get-togethers, yeah.
Oh,
It's come together nicely. The songs are good, you know.
Yeah, that was very good, I must admit. I enjoyed your humour as well. That was good, in between songs.
Very kind of you. You may be in a minority there, but it's very kind of you.
But it always helps the audience, I think, gel towards you. If they think, oh yeah, that's funny, and then they sort of like latch onto you and pay more attention, and then you start to automatically like you.
Yeah, well, I think that's helpful in that environment because there is a distinction because there are some people stood or sat there behind microphones and nobody else has a microphone. But everybody, we're all just people in a pub having a nice time. So I think it's really helpful to contribute to that atmosphere and make it a fun time, a bit like a kind of a party sort of feel.
Absolutely. Okay, so have you got any new songs, new EP, LP releases or anything like that coming up?
We've had an EP out this year called Return from the Land of the Dead and Gone, and you can find out more about that on www.jakemanning.com.
All about Jake Manning.
Isn't it? Yeah. James, do I need to go and see a psychiatrist?
I think so. You've got some egotistical problems.
Yeah, I thought just being a musician was going to solve all this, but actually it's made it 10 times worse. Yeah, no, it's not all about me. For example, my Facebook page is Jake Manning /UK. So
right.
But that's only really because Jake Manning USA is a wrestler. And if I tried to, in the battle of Jake Mannings, he would probably kick my ass.
Excellent. Well, you're assuming he might not. But
yeah.
I would imagine, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Okay, so plans for LPs, what about next year? Festivals?
Festivals looking good for next year. And we're,
such as?
Well, nothing is confirmed yet. And we can't, like what it's like when you're in discussion with places. They really don't want you to start talking about, on this place, on that place. But we've got our fingers crossed.
Right. Glastonbury?
Well, we're talking with Michael Eavis about possibly doing a main stage, but don't...
Really?
Well, don't let that slip.
Oh, okay.
This is just a standard dictaphone, right?
This is just between you and I, yeah.
Just between us. Yeah, no, we've got a few coming up, and we're hoping to record towards the end of the year, so we'll have a new, possibly an album out for next year.
All right, brilliant, excellent. And your Facebook page again was?
Facebook /Jake Manning UK.
Okay. Thanks very much, and very nice to meet you, Jake Manning and Jake Manning.
And we've had contact with Jake Manning while we've been on the radio, actually, and Kevin hopefully have some recorded tracks from him in the near future. But interesting kind of style of music. Well, we're running out of time a little bit. Well, we're not, getting on for 10 to 7. So, a bit of the Paradimes coming up now. We'll hear from Gary, who's the trumpet player. I think in the interview I said saxophone, but hey. Interview with Gary coming up after just a tad of bedroom mazurka.
Tonight when I saw you outside the shop, the way you had your hair, it looked real hot. You made me think of love gone by with river. Come and do that bedroom mazurka with me. Oh, come and do that bedroom mazurka.
Paradimes track there. Well, I'm with Gary from the Paradimes to talk about them and a few other things, actually, Gary, because a busy time for you, isn't it?
Yeah, very busy. At the moment, we've got a lot of stuff coming up with the second album. We're really hard at work on that. Going over to Birmingham a lot to record it in UB40's old studio, which is really great fun. It's good to spend some time with the lads, actually, and really get kind of creative. We've not done that for a while. We've also got some shows coming up with Stranger and Patsy from, they're actually based in the States now, but they're Jamaican artists who are kind of the originators of the kind of music we do. So we've got Skarmouth Festival coming up with them. We've also got the 100 Club in London, and we've got a show supporting Aswad as well. That's at Street Life on the 13th of December.
Yeah, I always liked Aswad, actually.
Brilliant band, and they're a British reggae band that have done something, you know. So we've always been in admiration of them. So the chance to support them is brilliant. You know.
How do you kind of mix live performances and recording? Is that a fairly easy thing?
No, it's tricky, really. I mean, there's a general rule with bands. I've always had this over the years: is that you're either working on new stuff and doing your album, or you're gigging. And for the past 2 or 3 years, we've gigged non-stop. I mean, I think you said before in an interview, you get dizzy following the Paradimes because we're here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
We want to go into Europe next year. That's a big plan. So that's something I'm working on at the moment, as well as obviously the second album. But the focus really is on that second album, making the product the best we can, really. And we're being very select about the shows that we do.
Yeah, I know we talked before about festivals. I tried to get you on at Glastonbury, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, no, it didn't. No. I mean, I think their criteria for picking bands was a bit questionable, to be honest. Obviously that. You know, that they have their way of doing it, and we didn't fit into that, so that's what that was. But yeah, I mean, we've got some wicked shows coming up. We've got one on the 18th of October, which is a couple of weeks' time, obviously in Coventry at the Coundon Club as well, which is really, or Coundon Club, I think is how you say it. It's a really well-known ska venue. So yeah, as I say, we're just being very particular about the shows we're doing, and we're spending a lot of time in the rehearsal room. We're trying to hone our show and make it as good as possible, and make it like the greats that we admire, really. When we're going out with a band like Aswad, we don't want to go out half-baked, you know.
I mean, you're kind of the spokesman of the band when you do a gig.
Yeah.
How does it work recording-wise?
Recording-wise, we do everything live, actually. We do it because the Scatterlights, a band that we really admire, they did everything live, everyone in the room at one point. And we do all that, apart from the vocals, which is done at Guts' house. And he does the kind of mixing and stuff like that at his house as well. Backing vocals, little extra bits of percussion, maybe a trumpet or sax solo here or there. But pretty much the basis of what we do is done live in that studio in Birmingham. And we've found that's the best way to work, and you get the best feel for the recordings then. They're not all fantastically clean recordings, but I wouldn't say we're a clean-cut band. I think we've got a raw edge to us, you know, which is obviously gone in our favour.
Now that's the reggae scene. Now you're involved now with something called the Funk Nation.
Yeah.
Now I used to play as a DJ lots of funk music back in the day. You know,
come and do a turn.
I think so, because I've really still got all the tunes as well.
Yeah.
But how did that come about?
Funk Nation was my idea originally. I was doing some stuff at the Donkey, was putting on some nights there. I did a thing called Leicester's Finest, which was bringing all Leicester's acts together and doing eclectic nights of music, and that was going really well. But my passion was, even though I'm in a reggae band, the passion has always been funk and soul music. And off the back of Funk Nation, I've got the Funk Soul Collective as well, which is the house band for it, and that's going from strength to strength. But as a player, I've always loved playing funk music. I've always been a big James Brown fan.
Oh yeah.
Maceo Parker, Fred
Big
Wesley.
Hit, all that lot,
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Sam and Dave's and all that.
Yeah, Sam and Dave, Al Green, Otis Redding, all that kind of thing. So I thought, well, why not bring it together and put it into a night? It's a very kind of generic genre, you know. It's widely popular as opposed to reggae and ska, which is a bit more niche. So I started doing that. Started off small, doing some stuff at the Donkey, and then we gradually kind of expanded. We do stuff in Nottingham and Birmingham now as well, and we've got a big coup for us is we've got Craig Charles coming to Leicester in a couple of weeks' time at Street Life, and that's sold out. You can only actually pay on the door now for that. So
how did that come about with Craig?
With Craig, we work a lot with a Geordie band called Smooth and Terrell, based up in Newcastle, obviously, and they're going from strength to strength. You know, they've done a lot of work with Craig, and through their agent. Well, their agent is Craig's agent as well. So we saw that and sort of started inquiring. He's come to Leicester before, but via a different promoter, and basically that promoter has linked up with us as well as the venue, and we've done it as a joint venture to bring him here. And there's been a fantastic response in Leicester. You know, everyone's really, really excited about it, and we've got a live band, Cantaloupe, on as well. They're going to really rock the house. We know that. I mean, they're one of the funkiest bands in the UK, and we've got a whole lineup of Leicester DJs as well who are all going to play before him and that as well. So it's going to be a brilliant night. But the tickets are only available between 8 and 10 o'clock. If you get there after 10 o'clock, forget it. Yeah,
got to get there early.
Got to get there early. Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a break. Have another new track from the Paradimes. I can't say what it is yet because we're sorting that out later. But here it is.
Leave them guessing.
We'll have a quick coffee and we'll talk again in a minute.
Oh, cheers.
What I've got in mind is making love, sweet love. Oh, what I've got in mind is making love, sweet love. What I've got in mind
Well, back we go from the Paradimes, fresh from a cup of coffee.
Actually, we got the wrong ones, though, didn't we?
Switch it round. But
I started with the latte.
Let's talk more about Funk Nation and just remind us when it is and stuff.
Yeah, so we've got 17th of October, Craig Charles coming to town. Tickets available on the door. They are slightly more expensive than the advance tickets, only a couple of quid. And they're available between 8 and 10 p.m. So you can only get them between then. They will be taken off at 10 o'clock. And then we've got, on the 22nd of November, we've got the Haggis Horns coming to town. They've played with Jamiroquai, Mark Ronson, Amy Winehouse, to name a few. They're at the Musician. That should be a great night as well. Tickets already flying out for that one. And that's obviously off the back of Smooth and Turrell, which we did last week, which again was a great night at Street Life. We're bringing the top acts to town at the moment. You know.
Haggis Horns, are they from Scotland?
No, they're from Leeds, actually. They're from Leeds,
I just wonder where the name came from.
Yeah, no, I'll have to ask them when they come down. But yeah, no, as a brass player myself, I really admire those guys. You know, they're top session brassmen who, as I say, have played, Jurassic 5 they've played with, and all sorts of different people. So, it's a real honour to have them. And next year we've got some really exciting names as well that we're going to bring to town.
Yeah,
it should be good.
And the saxophone, did that come from school? Did you just
Trumpet's
decide
my
instrument. Trumpet, sorry. I'm a saxophone man, so I do like the saxophone.
Trumpet came from my granddad. Actually, gave me an old second-hand sax. I'm saying he gave me an old second-hand trumpet that he wasn't using, and he sort of had a go at and not really got on very well with. And I just kind of took to it. I joined the local Scout and Guide marching band, played at school at Lancaster Boys, was in the school bands, played with Youth Brass 2000, who are an award-winning youth brass band, and then I played with East Midlands Youth Jazz Orchestra, National Youth Jazz Orchestra, did all that stuff, and then I went off into a different direction. I worked with some guys from Happy Mondays, and we did a more psychedelic soul type of thing. When that finished, I went off to university in Birmingham. And then I got an email from Drew Stansel, formerly of the Specials, sax player, who was putting together the Paradimes. And then
you just got an email out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was. He just dropped me an email, and he said, and he'd got basically. It's a nice story because he'd gone into the Donkey and said to Warren, the legendary owner of the Donkey, gone and said to him, I need a trumpet player. He said, I want somebody a bit younger than the current crop of guys. And Warren gave him my card, so he emailed me off the back of that.
Wow.
And he said on his email, check out some of the bands I play with at the bottom. And I'm looking down the list of names, I hadn't heard any of them. And then at the bottom was the Specials. And I'm thinking, no, he can't be in the Specials. And I went on the Specials website, and there he was. So that was really, really exciting. We actually
easy decision then. Really.
Yeah, well, how it started was there was the doorman at the Donkey who we all loved had sadly died. And we went down to do his wake because he was really into his ska and reggae. We played Monkey Man and all those kind of tunes, just as a laugh really and a tribute to him. And then we had Guck singing at the front, and he had a fantastic voice. And then right before the gig, he said, "Look, I've got a couple of songs, lads." And now I know it's about 200 songs, but he said, "I've got a couple of songs, lads. We'll give them a go," and we did. And then here we are. We just started rehearsing and getting out there gigging, and it's been great.
The good thing about Guck is, I think I've said this before, it smiles on his face all the time.
All the time, off stage as well, not just on stage. Yeah, I've always said about him, I embarrass him now, is that I think he's got that star quality, and whether I'm there or not with him, I think he deserves to be a star because he puts in a lot of work.
Yeah.
He's got some fantastic tunes, in my opinion, and he's a great live act as well. He's a great showman, and me and him are very much on the same page in terms of making our show like Louis Prima's, who did I'm the King of the Swingers, that kind of old school Sinatra show that's got an element of fun to it. We don't, we want people to come out and see us and have their mind taken off everything that might be happening in their everyday lives.
Well, I'm excited now because I might be doing a set of Funk Nation now.
Well, there we go. Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm quite excited now. Get to play some classic old soul stuff.
That'd be great. Yeah, no, come down and do the Haggis Horns gig. That'd be wicked. We're looking forward to moving to the Musician. That's going to be our kind of new home for the time being. Yeah. We've got the Electric Swing Circus coming there next year as well. That's a joint kind of venture as well. Funk Soul Collective playing that one in February. I think it's February the 6th. And on February the 7th, the Paradimes' new album launches as well. So that's going to be at the Donkey.
We'll be talking again with probably all of you. We have to get you in the studio next time.
Yeah. Well, we should come along with the acoustic guitar and do something for you. That'd be great. Good. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
We're going to play Love Troubadour now. I couldn't remember whether you sent this to me or not. We'll get it sorted.
Yeah, no worries. No, I'll get that to you. This track is going to go onto a compilation album by One Love Records. So that basically came about because we did the One Love Festival earlier in the year, and then they basically said we're restarting our record label that we had a few years ago, and they really like this track, so that's going to be available in HMV and all those sort of stores next year. So.
Oh, after 6 long days.